In this video, activity 5.5b, we're going to be going through another mirror feature application, but this time we'll be doing it inside of the sketch. And so we're going to be sketching this part and mirroring the sketch around, and there's a lot of fun stuff. And so I'm going to actually put this on the side so that I can see that while I'm working on my part, because I want to be able to see those dimensions while I'm drawing it. And I'm going to make a new part. The really tricky thing with this is there's one part right here, this fillet, which most people draw this as a rectangle and then come back and fillet it later. This fillet will actually cause you some problems if you draw it as a fillet instead of an arc. And I'll try to show that as the problem, how it becomes. And because we're pretty much all rectangles, I'm just going to draw in most of my dimensions as we go. 0.04. That one I don't know. We'll just come back down here and finish it off. So the first thing I want to do is these two lines, my vertical and horizontal lines, I want to make these lines construction lines. So I have the lines selected, then I come over to construction, because I'm not going to need those lines to stay there. And we're not going to be really using those lines. So I'm going to get my overall dimension, 1.15, and you can see that really freaked it out. So I'm going to get in this dimension next, the 0.3, and this dimension over here is 0.39. And you'll notice for a lot of these, I'm just clicking on the lines. And now you can see that we are fully constrained. What most people do next is they come to the fillet tool and they see that the fillets are 0.1, 0.05, and 0.04. So they'll come in here and do 0.1 and click on that and do 0.05 for that one. And then the last one they'll do is 0.04, and they'll click on this bottom one down here. But what you'll notice happens is that line actually got deleted. So let's see what happens when we try to mirror everything. So our mirroring tool is right here. And what I like to do first is have everything selected. And you'll notice I'm dragging from right to left, and anything that's inside my box will get selected. And so in my mirroring tool, I can just click and drag, get everything that I want. And my first mirror line is going to be this line. Hit apply, and then I can just go ahead and do it again across the second mirror line and hit apply. And you see that I am totally done now. And this mirror line didn't mirror this, but it did mirror this one, because when I selected everything, this was also selected as part of the things that I'm going to mirror. But I have a solid shape on the inside, which is the important part. Now you'll see as I go to extrude, it's not working. Notice how these are broken right here. So one of the things, if you're reading the directions, they talk about to close an open loop sketch, right click on a line and choose close loop and then follow the instructions. So what we can do is right click and go to close loop, and then select a curve that is connected to the start of the open loop and continue selecting curves until the loop is closed. And then press Control and clear to clear all selections. So we'll start with this one and go to the next one. Yes, we want to turn them into a single point. So you see there's some trouble with trying to do this process. And what's a little bit easier is if we go back. So now that we don't have any mirrors, instead of doing a fillet for that, what we can do is draw in an arc at 0.04. And you'll notice that this arc is able to move around a little bit still. That's because I need to apply some constraints. In this case, a tangent constraint between the arc and the left side. The right side can use a perpendicular constraint. And the last point is this dot is able to move. So the right side's perpendicular. You see that line there? That's the line that we're kind of getting deleted, which might still cause us some problems. We'll see how it works. Yeah, let's just delete that and put this point on that point, and now we can apply our perpendicular constraint, and there we go. So you'll notice that when I go to pattern this, oops, stay in the sketch. When I go to pattern this, I should not have the same problem that I ran into before. So I mirrored and mirrored again. And when I go to extrude, it should extrude. Now I do have the sketch is showing up green, even though it does say it's fully constrained, which is a little bit weird. You notice down in the bottom, it is fully constrained, but that is showing up green, which is a little bit peculiar. But I'm able to do the extrusion, and from the look of it, maybe about 0.25, maybe a little bit bigger, but that is the goal, just understanding how we can mirror things in a sketch.